Welcome to the Transmissions Trips to the Store, where we show off all the cool Transformers merchandise we picked up this week. This is part of our regular Transmissions podcast. You can listen to the whole audio show from our website at transmissionspodcast.com. We'll have a link right down below in the description. You can also listen to the show on YouTube. We'll have another link to the whole audio show on YouTube. And you can see, well, you can't see Darryl curling his tongue in the audio show because it's just audio. But that's all right. But yeah, so
It's not
let's
all I
start
can do with my tongue.
Oh,
All right, that's a little something for the ladies.
he's Canadian. It wasn't for the ladies.
Oh.
I'll be here all night, everybody.
So Darryl, why don't you show us what toys you got this week?
Right. My toys. Okay. So, I had heard some rumors that the movie line of Creo, like their crayons, were out in Canada, and that they were out in a very, like, not weird but different place. They weren't showing up at department stores or toy stores. They were showing up at Cineplex Odeon theaters. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go check it out and see what's going on. And I went to my closest Cineplex Odeon, and yeah, they had them there. They were boxes and boxes of these things. So they were all the blind bags. I made sure that I had the numbers written down before I went, and I picked myself up 4 of them. So this one here is Shrapnel. So he's
Shrapnel.
yeah, should be Shrapnel. Yes, I agree. But yes, they call him Scrapnel, and his colors are a little off from the original G1. But yeah, that's Scrapnel, and so that's one. He's got an interesting new gun, very thin. So I was expecting like movie-styled figures, but these are just regular figures, just in movie-styled packages. This is Mind Swipe.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I guess they lost Mind Wipe, but they got it back with Mind Swipe. So yeah, he's kind of cool. The big wings make it pretty cool. I only bought 4 of them. Here is Triptychon. Now, it's weird because Triptychon actually has a robot mode, which I just thought was really stupid. So I left him in his alt mode, and I think he just looks a lot better like this.
Little baby Triptychon.
Yeah.
His
and Nightbeat.
Oh,
It's
nice.
kind of neat. I know it's hard to see the detail on this guy, but yeah, the Nightbeat there. He's cool. I like him. So yeah, I picked up those, and the best part is that at the theater they were 99 cents a piece. So you find them at the department stores.
Nothing's that cheap at the movie theater. Nothing.
That's what these were. Yeah, they were. They're usually like $3 or $3.50 at the Walmarts or the Toys R Us's. So it was nice to get them.
Like, cocaine is cheaper than popcorn at a movie theater. And those were 99 cents?
Yep. Yep.
They're
It was
obviously
really nice.
not selling them to make money.
No. I got this little guy. This is Tankor,
Oh.
and he's a McDonald's toy, back from the year 2000, and yeah, there's
2000.
I was thinking the same.
yeah, there's not much to him, so yeah, you can really transform him very easily, and there you go, he's done. But yeah, nice little McDonald's toy Tankor. Found that, didn't pay much for that, I don't think. What else? Let's see. Let's interrupt the toys with a little comic. Got myself the RI cover of Robots in Disguise. What an amazing cover this is. Simply amazing. I'm
Nice.
just so happy. I had to fight somebody for this. I actually had to fight somebody.
How did you win?
I kicked him in the balls.
And then he coughed on him.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I
I'm
have.
jealous. I'm literally jealous.
That's a cool cover. I was really happy to get that. I knew that I was when I was going to the store. I knew I was getting one of those covers. We had a new Toys R Us open up in town, and I went in on their soft open day. So prior to a store's grand opening, they typically open a few days prior to, so that the staff can learn their jobs essentially. So I went in there and checked out their Transformers section, and a very nice selection of Transformers in there. Picked myself up Waspinator.
Oh, nice.
So they had the full line of Waspinator's Wave in there, but I already had a couple, and I don't really care about the rest. So Waspinator was one I didn't have, and it was a really cool looking figure. So I'm not really big into the whole Beast Hunters or Beast Wars figures, so I might just leave him in the package. He looks cool like this.
Are they coming out again in the U.S. too?
I don't know. Aren't they already there?
Well, I mean, I remember seeing them around Christmas time.
It
I
might
haven't
be.
seen them since.
If you want me to get you one, I probably could. We've got shit tons of them right now.
How much was it?
Well, its retail price on it was $16.99. So, but
16 loonies?
17 actually, yeah. So yeah, I could probably get you one, but I'm gonna hang on to my receipt, and hopefully a sale pops up soon, and I can get some difference back. But I'll let you know if there's a sale coming.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah. Lastly, I talked about it on the show last week. I was talking about these articulated hands that were coming out from a company called Fan Style, and the company or the store that's the exclusive seller of these hands is LunarToyStore.com, and they contacted me and said, "Hey, would you want to review these things for me?" And I was like, "Sure, let's take a look." So they sent me over 3 sets of these hands. So they sent me over the Blue Streak hands, the Prowl hands, and the Smokescreen hands. So I've got all 3 of these hands here. I've done up the review if you've checked my YouTube channel at all. But these hands they're amazing. Like, I don't know if you can get a really good shot of them there. Fully articulated hands, 15 points of articulation per hand, and a really awesome little screwdriver. So,
Nice.
but I've put them on my masterpiece, guys, here to show you. Here's Prowl, and he's pointing at, let's bet I'm pointing at Yoshi. So there you go. So he's just sitting there. Really good looking hands. And here's Smokescreen, and hopefully the blue shows up a little bit better. And here he's flipping you off, which is exactly the reason why anyone would buy these hands. You want to be able to flip people off. So yeah, it's really cool.
You can just blame it on the toy. Like, I'm not flipping you off.
I didn't do it.
Screen.
Smokescreen, man, he's alive.
He's such a dick.
They're very cool.
Now,
So-
let me ask, because I'm just curious, and I think those hands are wicked awesome. But can you do this with them?
Yeah.
Can you do the Vulcan thing?
Yep, I did it in my review. Let's see here. I'll do it with his because his are showing up better. I found, because there is literally so many points of articulation per hand, that you are fidgeting with the hands so much more.
Wow.
Does the trigger finger pop off like on some Optimus Primes we know?
I did a stress test in the review, and you can pull very hard on each finger, and they do come off the same way, but not as easily. Definitely not as easily as the Optimus.
You look at the Optimus Prime hand wrong, and the thing just pops off.
Yeah, they're a very good quality hand, and from what I can tell, they're still up for pre-order on the Lunar Toy Store website. So that's $12.99 per hand or per set, and you can get all 3 sets. I think it's $30 $34 or something like that, $35. And once the pre-order period is over, they're going to bump the price up to $15 a set. But you'll still be able to get a deal for all three for like $42 or so. But totally worth it.
And
Totally
you can
worth it.
transform it with the hands on them.
Oh yeah, yep, fits right in there beautifully. Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah. Really, really like these hands. Yep, they're really nice. I may even bring them to TFCon to show them off. But I do in fact have an extra set because I don't have blue streaks. So, you know what? We might run a contest for this. Might.
Or he might find a blue streak.
I might buy a blue streak. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got this week.
Nice. So we will definitely have a link to Darryl's review in our show notes and down below in our description. So check out Darryl's review of those magic hands on his YouTube channel.
Got some magic fingers.
All right, next, Jeremy.
Okay. I got Robots in Disguise number 30, the KC cover, and I also discovered that my comic book store does not order the quantities of Transformers comics needed to get the RI covers, which is kind of disappointing to me. But did find a site online because I really want those cartoon-inspired RI covers, and there's a site. TFAW.com, Things from Another World, and they run some comic stores on the West Coast, but they also have an online store. And I ordered something from them like 10 years ago. I can't remember what it was, but I just remember that it came packaged really well. So I've ordered, and hopefully I'll have by next week's show the RI cover of this. And I've also pre-ordered the Windblade and More Than Meets the Eye covers.
Nice.
So, and we'll see. And there were, I think it was maybe like $5.50 or something like that for the book. I mean, it was less than retail.
Wow.
So it was.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You'd think because your comic store is a Phantom of the Attic and Charles is a Phantom of the Attic that
They're
they
not
would
the
share. They would share inventory or something.
I don't know
like
what
that,
the story is, but they are not the same. They're not run by the same people.
Yeah, they're not a chain, even though they have the same name.
Just two
One of
people
them
at the same
stamps
time.
their free comics on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Two people independently at the same time coming up with the name Phantom of the Attic.
No,
Weird.
I mean, I think maybe at one point they were together and maybe there was a split, but I don't know the whole story on it. Anyway, the other thing I have, a while back I talked about this guy who is the Armada, I think it's the Supercon class Prime. He's commonly referred to as Bendy Prime.
Okay.
And I also have the Ultra Magnus version of the mold. And I saw Trickster on Twitter, it's Trixter, last week was saying, she posted about, does anyone want any Armada toys? And I was just like, well, do you happen to have the Nemesis Prime mold? And she's like, yeah, I think I do. And then, sure enough, she did, and I bought it off of her, and I got it, and
Cool.
he looks awesome.
Hey, yo.
And it's got a lot of improvements on the other molds, because with this guy, I had to swap the knees, and I actually, during the recording of the show, I did the thing on Ultra Magnus. I did the fix. But basically, the knee parts come swapped and backwards, so when they can bend like a normal knee, but the Ultra Magnus one couldn't, and this one when I bought it couldn't, and Nemesis Prime actually could. So they fixed that, and then also there's a problem with the mold where the Ultra Magnus, the arms, you probably can't see this, but there's a little hinge there or there's a little spot in the arm where the arm can bend, but it's backwards on Ultra Magnus and on the wrong arms. And that's also good on this mold. But getting this made me look up those fixes again, and I've got links I'll put in the show notes to it. The leg fix was done by my friend Steve Savage, who was known as Leo Convoy online for years, and the arm fix was done by Orson Christian, who's side cutter and runs Captured Prey. And I had to use the web archive project to pull up both of those fixes, but I'll have those links in the show notes. And if you do have one of these and didn't know about the fixes, you can. They're pretty easy. You can fix them yourself.
Cool.
So that's what I got. And this little guy, the paint's awesome. He goes nice with my RID Scourge, the teal and the black.
All right, nice. Yoshi, you can put your Cosmos and payload down long enough to tell us what you got this week.
Okay. I've kind of got a success story, I guess. You guys remember my purchase on eBay?
Yep.
Yes, it came cracked.
It came cracked. I contacted the eBay seller. He said, send it on, I'll take care of it. I sent it back to him, and he sent it back to me so quickly, fixed and everything. And I wrote him back and I said, what's the story here? Because usually it takes a couple of months for the CGC grading service to go back through the book and recase it. And he's like, yeah, I worked there for 10 years, and there's a bunch of guys that owe me favors. So
Nice.
You're welcome. So, yeah, I got this thing back really quick. And the funny thing is the box this time was more destroyed than the first time it got here. But the case is absolutely fine. And the book, it looks good. It's definitely a 9.4.
So the grade didn't change at all?
The grade didn't change at all. I'm super happy to have it added to my collection.
And you have a nice eBay experience.
And I had a nice eBay experience. You know, I still think people should exercise some kind of caution. You know, don't Amazon
Where'd
your
he go?
purchase. Yeah, I know. Don't Amazon your purchases and just assume it's going to get there fine. You know, if you live in a place, especially someplace like I do in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, I often check with the sellers, and I'm like, look, packages get kicked the whole way up here. It's just a fact of life. So I will pay for extra packaging or whatever for you to ship it up. Just please take the time to be careful with the way you package stuff. And most of the time people listen to me. The times that they don't are kind of evenly split on whether what I ordered got damaged or not. Yeah, nothing bad to me has happened to the point where I'm like, forget this, I'm never using eBay again. It's just use your common sense. Try and think for the person because they're not going to think. Yeah, that's what I got.
Sweet.
Cool.
What about you, Charles? What did you pull in this week?
All right, so as we record this, it is Father's Day, and I got a Father's Day present from my wife and kids. And
Get you a Masterpiece Grimlock?
not quite, but I was just as happy with my new Transformers shirt with a nice big Autobot logo there.
Awesome.
So I have worn that at BotCon that I was at last weekend. And, of course, I picked up Robots in Disguise number 30 this week, and you guys know what's coming. All 3 covers.
Whoa!
So I did get the retailer incentive there. That awesome cartoon homage art there. And the other 2 covers got the Devastator and Galvatron and the Casey Collar, Galvatron the Barbarian.
Nice.
I still think that one is the best of the three in terms of just awesome art.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I almost bought it too, but I had to restrain myself.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with these. I just wish Guido Guidi was at BotCon so I could get it signed, but definitely try to get that Casey Collar one signed. Or I have already gotten that Casey Collar cover signed, haven't I? But yeah, that's it. I'm sure I will have lots more stuff from BotCon in a future show. So look forward to that.
Very, very cool. I hope you're having a good time.
Me too. I think I am. So.
Hopefully you don't need bail money.
Yeah, then I had too good a time. All right, so I think that's it for our trips to the store this week. As I said at the beginning of the show, you can listen to our whole audio podcast at www.transmissionspodcast.com. Links right down below in the description. Also, you can listen to our whole audio show on YouTube as well, and there will be a link down there too. So, thanks for listening and watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.